Hello everyone, welcome back to my craft only challenge. Uh, it's been a few days since I've last recorded an episode. I've been quite busy at work. I've had a promotion at work, so I've had a lot of training to do and learning, so I've been quite tired and I've not really had much of a time to play any games. On my downtime, all I've really been doing is just watching some anime because I've been too tired to do anything. So we're back here on craft only. As you may see, it's Midsummer's Festival. So I picked up the quest, tossed one of my Burning Blossoms in to get the Bonfire's Blessing buff, just to make life a bit easier for me as we go off to do Salazane Oils and the coal cars. So doing that will be a piece of cake as long as no lights come along and douse the flame. But I do have Valor Festival Fury, which does give me a bit of fire damage anyway, so that's something I've got going in my favour as well. So, as before, the premise of this, I can only use gear I craft, excluding the weapon I currently have and any items I buy which I cannot craft, but I cannot use quest items in those slots. So things like trinkets, fingers, shoulders, and back, I will have to purchase on the auction house, and I can't have any support from any of my other characters. It's all me or nothing. So I thought I'd start this episode while I was running back, just to, give a bit of an update on what's been going on, and also about the lack of episodes, and also just to let you know as well about the Bonfire's Blessing, 5 Midsummer Fire Festival, and all that jazz. So, firstly, I'm actually going to go straight for the Kolkar Aggression quest, I think. I've picked up quite a bit of Rested XP as well. I might actually try and kill one of these first, just to see how much 7 damage each time I'm stroked, which is actually really strong. That is going to help me quite a lot, especially with the poison. I think that procs it as well. Oh, hello. Now, obviously, the big challenge that I want to get to is the copper battle axe. But with that, I might have to buy some light leather. Oh, there's a coal car here. Let's just see what's combat. Oh, there's a bit of lag on this server. Might be server lag because my latency isn't very high. But yeah, to be fair, going through here is going to be a piece of cake. To be fair, I think someone's already extinguished the flame. That didn't take long. Damn alliance. I don't see why they're trying to do it either. I mean, achievements weren't a thing at this point in time. So all they're really getting from it is maybe just the Burning Blossoms. Maybe it's just for the transmog or the other items you can get. I think Midsummer Fire Festival had some clothing. Oh, that might be Lunar Festival. No, yeah, Midsummer Fire Festival has I don't know if these were in Burning Crusade Classic, but they did have a hat, some shoulders, and a robe. I think they're still obtainable. Oh, another copper node has just spawned over there. You know what? Just because of how the challenge is, I will detour straight for it. I'm pretty sure I did say as well in one of the episodes that I would beeline straight for every single copper node I can find. So, this is the first time. I'll give myself a little bit of background. It's the first time I've been recording YouTube videos since I was 14. When I was 14, I did have a YouTube channel at that time. However, I never really kept up with it. It was mainly just stupid little Minecraft videos and a Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke, which I did. And then I think my computer broke at the time, so I never really carried on with it because it had been too long. And I also couldn't get access to that account after a while as well. So, just so that, yeah, let you know, I'm Mega Fox Man. So yeah, I'm an oldish bloke, not too old. I'm only 25, but I thought, you know what, it's probably better to come back to it now. I've always wanted to come back to doing YouTube, not so much just to get big, but it's just something that that would be an upgrade. It's just something that I've wanted to do. I'm not saying excuse myself for playing video games, but I feel like when I play video games, I'm a bit more inclined to enjoy it. Now, ding, we are level 8. So what that means is when we go back, we can train up a nice little spell. We already picked up Harry, so I'm not actually sure what it is we will be picking up. And also, it's probably best that we get this challenge underway as soon as possible, because I've heard with Wrath Lich King Classic coming out that they're planning on adding a 50% XP catch-up mechanic. So with that, that would make this challenge 50% quicker to level up. But with that comes the risk of obviously out-leveling the gear. So that will just get harder for us, because we'll have to run around, you know, gathering copper and all that stuff. And also killing mobs at the same time. So I feel like we'll be... well, there is a bit of latency on the server. Like, there will be... Oh, my health regen's very good as well. Yeah, there will be that challenge of hitting a certain level threshold and then just plateauing for a little bit while I catch up on gear. But I'm hoping that isn't the case, and I should be able to just go as I level, as long as I do, obviously, beeline for every single ore I get. So that's the first plans destroyed. So a little bit of background on this quest. The coal car centaurs over here have been planning an attack. They've been planning to attack the Valley of Trials, Senjin Village, and then finally Orgrimmar. Though normally the coal car aren't a very organised bunch, however, this organisation does. It leaves our boy Thrall a little bit worried. So we're going to clear all this, thin the numbers, and destroy these plans so that they can't come to fruition. Actually, it says, I'm not sure if it is because it's Burning Crusade, but it doesn't seem as, I don't want to say difficult, but taxing to level up a warrior. It might be just because I'm level 8. I mean, we did have that one close call when we were fighting the Faramir Marines. But other than that, it's not really been too hard. I mean, it might get harder when we do go over to Zalazane, because unless they've scaled back the respawn timers, I do remember them respawning pretty quickly. Okay, that's plan number 2 destroyed. I was going to try and avoid this coal car outrunner, but alas, you will die. Now with Dragonflight coming up as well, the coal car seem to be making a return. However, they're not the normal coal car, because apparently, from some of the developer things, apparently these coal car have existed before the other coal car. And I'm not really sure how they're planning to explain that one, other than a retcon. Just because, obviously, the coal car only existed because one of the sons of Cenarius got freaky with Princess Faradras. And the coal car were born, and he hated his children so much that they killed him, because he told them he hated them. And these new coal car on the Dragon Isles are said to predate these ones by a couple thousand years. And don't get me wrong, World of Warcraft is one of my most favourite games in the world, but the blatant changes that they've been coming up with to lore, so things like the retcons, everything else. I'm not a fan of retcons. I absolutely hate them. I've hated almost every single one they've put in the game ever since they've added them. Okay, we did get a little bit close that time. Let's bandage up. So yeah, note to self, 1v2 capabilities, bit poo-poo still, but our 1v1 with these buffs, pretty good. Oh, so I forgot to mention I got the Rhythm Dance, which is 10% more XP from monsters. I mean, I was just complaining about leveling up too fast, but I've just given myself an experience boost. But, I mean, killing monsters XP, it's not really that much, especially once you start hitting like level 10, 12. That grinding experience does drop quite dramatically. So now we've got 16 copper. That one's finished. Grab some more, and let's burn this plan and skedaddle. We'll hand in this quest to sell. I don't think there's anything I can craft. But then a copper mace. I can't use maces just yet. I mean, one thing I could realistically do is fly back up. Not fly, run back up to Raise Hill. Ooh, this copper veins are respawned already as well. Oh, that's not Blood Rage. I was just about to... it's Blood Fury. I was about to pop it just so I could get another stack of battle shout out. Oh well. It's only on a 2-minute cooldown, it's not that long. It will be nice to get some boots, I tell ya. I don't think Craft Only's enjoying walking around with his gnarled little feet through the tough rock and sand of Durotar. To be fair though, I wouldn't imagine metal boots being that much more comfortable either. Has anyone ever worn metal boots? Like in the recent age? It would hurt. Unless you had like some sort of like leather insole or like cloth insole, almost like a shoe, and just something to stop like friction happening on the metal. That does sound very painful. 188 XP from each kill. That's not a lot to shake his stick at. I think while we're here, I'm going to pick up fishing as well. Just because we're here, we have 10, so means I can afford it. And then in between episodes, I think I'll do a little bit of fishing, try to get that up to around 50. Here's the fishing trainer, Lautiki. If I do a little bit of fishing, that means I can help with my cooking when I head up to Orgrimmar, which I will do at some point soon. It's level 10. Oh, he only teaches journeyman fishing. Oh, did I learn fishing? Oh, I did. It's been that long. You know what? I should have just checked in my professions. I do know fishing. I just don't have a fishing pole. How silly of me. Oh well. Alright, we can hand in this quest. Oh, that's using a fishing pole, not an actual attack. So one little thing that not a lot of people know is, because when you start in Durotar, there aren't a lot of fresh water sources, so finding things like long-jaw mud snappers or brilliant small fish can be quite hard. However, the pond just in St. John Village itself is fishable from certain angles. So what you can do is to just get those first items. If you can get a brilliant small fish recipe or a long-jaw mud snapper recipe to level up your cooking pretty quickly, is to fish there. Now, obviously, I can't use any of the items from quest, so I'll just take the bracers and sell them. Oh, sorry, I keep burping. Oh, I've just had a very fizzy beer, but I'm trying to hold them in as much as I can. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about ranged weapons, because that is something that we could use, especially as a warrior. It's something that's quite good, because you can get statted items. However, blacksmiths I don't think can make very many thrown weapons, if at all any. So here you go, there's your sliver skin mackerel recipe, which is good, because you'll be catching a lot of them. So we've got 12 silver at the moment. Got 21 copper, sorry. You know what? I think I'm going to run back up just to give us the best chance possible. I'm level 8, so I might find a few more copper nodes on the way back up. You can join me as I run all the way back up to... Oh, one's just popped up. All the way back up to Razor Hill. And then, using the items we've crafted, we should be able to make some weight stones or sharpening stones. So in this case it'll be sharpening stones because we're using an axe. I think we can make a sword soon. We have the skill for swords, and if I can't remember if you can make any shields at all. I wouldn't mind using a sword and or a single sword if it did more DPS than a two-handed axe. But obviously we would have to level up, or at least a one-handed axe. I wish dual wielding was available at level 10 for a warrior. Fortunately, I'd have to wait till level 20, and even then it's not very good up until Titan's Grip. So we're just going to run back up. This might not be the most entertaining, but I don't want to take all the risks. I wish there were those flight points there in between Senjin and Razor Hill. They would have been very useful. So let's head on down. Usually there might be, as I say, a copper node on these little hills that we can grab. And then once we've grabbed that, that's some extra points to help level up the profession. So I think we're going to be ending again in the same place that we started the last episode, which is Razor Hill. There's another player with an odd name, Keltoit MP. Maybe it's a bot, but I don't know. He's targeted me, so I'm assuming he's not a bot. But he is very laggy, and I know that's... Oh, 35 ms latency. Ah, don't tell me my Steam is updating. Knights of the Old Republic. That's something I might play as well, depending on how well it runs on my computer with recording software. That's something I could possibly put out if I ever feel like playing it, really. Or making a new character, we could just go with it. Roll the dice, but you know what? I don't want to open too many series at once, just because then if I leave one behind, it might not get played again. So I think I might just stick with the WoW and World of Warcraft. But I won't lie, I have been very tempted to play a Nuzlocke series for Pokemon. So there's quite a few games you can run with Nuzlocks now. Even some of the more newer games are able to be emulated on PC. I mean, I do own all the games, as well as have a DS, a Switch, and I've owned almost all of them. Depending on the YouTube's like popularity, I could even look at getting a a Nintendo Switch capture card, and then use that just to record, because obviously the new Pokemon games will be coming out. They actually do release very close to my birthday, so that's Violet and Scarlet. Very weird names, and I won't lie, the legendary Pokemon for those games are also very strange. They look almost like Digimon. I won't lie when I say that. If you're not a Pokemon fan, you won't understand anything I'm saying. But, yeah, it's a bit strange for Pokemon, but there's only so much they could do with originality before it starts almost looking a bit strange. Okay, we've made it back. Let's check in with the blacksmithing trainer. So, the next thing we can learn, is a copper axe 3.9. That is something I think I'm very tempted just to pick up and maybe run with a one-hander. So let's get to that skill up here from a rough sharpening stone. And then pick up the booties and the axe. So let's just filter unavailable and already known. This is one way I do like to do it. So the copper axe needs 6 copper bars, 1 weak flux. That's everything we can grab right now, so looks like we're getting an upgrade. Obviously that's something I will need to level up. In between episodes I may just fight a Scorpid with it, just to get that skill up, just because it won't be very fun just watching me swing and miss at a mob. But then the copper short sword is also here, so that's 5 to 11 damage. It's a slower swing speed, but lower damage per second. It requires the almost same materials, but it is a sword. Both, unfortunately, are main hands. I think I'm going to go with the axe, just because I like axes, they're pretty cool. Although the short sword does look pretty cool as well. Oh, actually, the copper claymore has just raised its head. So for that I would need a light lever, a rough grinding stone, and 2 weak flux. So I may stop there and turn these last 4 into rough copper. Ooh, copper battle axe. Now that's a weapon. But for that I need 2 malachite, 2 weak flux, 2 light leather, 12 bars. So I'm not sure if that's something I want to, or at least have the capability to invest in. So, you know what, I think I'm going to end this episode here, because it has already been quite long. When I come back, I think you'll rejoin me in Orgrimmar. I'll make the run up there, pick up the quests along the way, which is Winds of the Desert. Obviously I won't do it, but we'll head into Orgrimmar. We'll make our decision on weapons, and whether I will buy any materials needed for the copper battle axe or not. But I mean, it's a maybe, because I've still got to craft my booties and belt, and we'll see how much we've got left over. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode, where we'll decide on a plan of action. Bye bye.